first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. Wildcat look. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Again, here's Blount. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. To it after the pick 6. Cousin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The play clock's running down. Now Cousins. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Read it well, and it's picked.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all. So
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Redskins. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Slot man moves right. Play clock winding down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll begin here with Blunt. A beautiful spin and room to run. LeGarrette Blunt, the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. LeGarrette Blunt, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They start on the ground here with Blount. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Cousins now on second down. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a run with McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Green 39.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards on the ground. They'll run again with Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On play action, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. This is McCaffrey. Big hold of the 30. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right around the 31. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll set up to throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He'll look to throw. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game?
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. To throw is Cousins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, he's got it at the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. Thompson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it here with Blunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second down now after the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. Play action now. Cousins. Looking long for his tight end Reed. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Cousins now to throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times, will actually make check.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. David Irving in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The slot man in motion right. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Looking long for his tight end Reed. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Panthers will get the football back. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. McCaffrey following the penalty. Room to run inside the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Adams, the man in motion left. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. In motion, the tight end Reed. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Here's McCaffrey. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So 2nd and 10 here. Off the play fake, Cousins. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check three.
Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, Cousins looking long for his tight end read. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got some space here. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Open space inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may.
And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Hot.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.